Hey everyone, Colin here, welcome back. So today I thought I'd give you guys a really quick, and I do mean really quick, behind the scenes look and a short studio tour, just so you guys can see how I work. And some of you guys might find this helpful. So let's get right into it and you can see what I see when I shoot my videos. Alright, so here's my studio desk. This used to be just one of the cheaper models that they used to have on Sweetwater, which is really nice because it has enough rooms I can put my MIDI keyboard, my console, my actual keyboard, and then my Focusrite, all that kind of stuff just on one desk, which is so handy. A lot of desks you get from like Walmart or Amazon don't really have enough space, and that's a really big kind of productivity tip. The more stuff you can kind of keep around you and kind of turn your studio space into like a small cockpit of just stuff, it really helps. And then off to the right I have my monitors, my Yamaha HS5s. So let me give you guys just kind of a broad view of what everything looks like. I have my 4-channel Focusrite Claret, then I have my vocal mic, which is a Lewitt Audio 4041 Flex. That was hard to say. 441 Flex. And then I have some headphones just for editing and things, make sure there's no pops and clicks in my audio. And then I have my Arturia Keylab, which, by the way, this is a really nice hack. If you have a MIDI keyboard like this, it actually has controls up here that I can press for like stop, record, play, and this jog wheel will actually control PreSonus Studio One, so I can like cycle through measures, and it makes recording so much easier. And then this thing I don't really use too much for classical recording, just because it's a Softube Console 1, which is basically a console emulation of an SSL, which is mostly used for rock music. It adds a little too much distortion and sounds kind of funny for classical guitar, but for rock stuff it's really cool. And then here are my just kind of spare lenses that I keep around. I mostly film my videos with the one on the right, the really tiny little pancake lens, just because it gets me a nice little, background separation. And then I've got a couple lights, one up here, and then another one over to my right in roughly about the same position. And I have kind of a hair light over my back shoulder, which kind of helps light the scene and give me a little more separation. But other than that, that's mostly just what my setup looks like. I just try to make it as efficient as possible, so that way when I'm working on things, I don't have to get up. I also teach through this setup, so I have my microphone being run into my interface, but from that, I'm going down to all of my pedals. So I try to keep my pedals off to the right, and that way, when I'm teaching, I can just grab a looper, grab a pedal, because I give a lot of electric guitar lessons, and then I have my guitars over here, so that way I can just turn around and grab anything I need, whether or not it's for teaching or for a video or something. And then below that, I just have kind of a homemade PC that is just kind of a beast of a PC, so that way I can, edit and do videos and do music and all that kind of stuff without having to worry about my computer crashing. And then over here I have my basic 3 flavors of guitar amplifiers. I have my Deluxe Reverb 65 reissue, and then a 20-watt Marshall head, which is kind of a plexi sounding thing, think Hendrix. And then I have my tiny little, if you can see it, Vox AC4, which more or less kind of scratches that Beatles itch. Anytime I want some Beatles, Tom Petty kind of sounds, that Vox AC4 works really well. Now I know most of my channel is kind of classical guitar focused, but if you ever want to hear some electric stuff, just leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. And we just have a few more things. I told you this would be a really quick behind the scenes look because it's a pretty small home studio. But I have a nice Clavinova over here that I like to play, compose on. It's just nice to have a good piano in the studio. And then a few more of my guitars, Telecaster, SG, Les Paul, kind of the basics. And then a shelf to hold all my guitar pedals. And then over on the piano, I have my kind of trusty SE8 microphones that I use for practically all of my classical guitar videos. Either a single one or most of the time it's just a stereo pair. And that's pretty much it. If there's any piece of gear or something like that you'd like me to go into more in depth, please leave it in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.